Hey, welcome back. Dan here from Dan Gibson Mentoring, and I'm here today with a current client, Bob. I have to say you're a hardworking, driven, ambitious engineer from Sydney, Australia. Bob's currently working with me on mastering his dating and relationships, and I've asked Bob if he'd share some of his experience of going through this process so far. Bob, I think you've had quite a journey from when I first met you. How would you describe, if you can remember, because you've changed a fair bit, but if you can remember, how would you describe your general feeling about dating, relationships, and your confidence and attraction skills around women?
Well, that was something that I completely ignored, like for a long time. I was more focused on my work, developing my career and stuff like that, and completely ignored dating girls. So something if came my way, I would have done it, but I would never go out with the aim of getting a girl or dating someone. And I recognize it as an issue. I was always very, very socially attractive to women. So I got that kind of social leadership character. I move anywhere, I attract people. So I never had a problem socially contacting people, but I always had problem dating girls, like expressing my feelings towards a girl that I want to date her. And that was something that I needed really to be rectified.
And so, why was it a problem for you in life? Like, why did you decide to work on that aspect of life?
What I was missing was valuing relationships, which is pretty important. So I started feeling like there is something missing in my life. That loneliness, there's a gap that you cannot fill with anything. Like
Mhm.
having good friends, I have very good friends. So I have no problem in terms of having friends, and I'm not depressed at all. Like that's not a problem. But there are gaps that you can't fill, and that was a gap that I felt. And I think I ignored it deliberately. Like I thought that doesn't matter. So yeah, that was when I came to realization that that is wrong. Like it's something that I'm missing.
Got it. In which other ways did not having dating or relationships, your intimate relationships, handled? Was there any other ways in which it impacted you?
Well, it's as I said, it's a kind of a loneliness that you cannot fill with anything. So that void is always there. And then also I was thinking about getting older and being alone, and that's a frightening idea. Like I always like to share what I have with someone. Like you get to the point to your life that you got so much offer to share, and there is no one to share with. I mean, you can share with your colleagues, you can share with your students, but that's a different level.
Mhm.
Sharing your kindness, sharing what you have inside you, sharing what you have achieved with someone else. It's something that you can't fulfill with any other kind of relationship. But I need someone to add value to my life. That is what really mattered. I was looking for an added value. Now I know how to do it.
In contrast, and since embarking on the work with me, how do you feel now generally?
Well, one of the main things you did for me, and I always have told you this before, you changed my point of view in life. It's not only looking how you look at relationships or how you see women around you, but the mindset work we did together, it changed the way I think about women. It changed what I think about myself, about my decisions in life. How am I going to plan to progress? Say if we got a specific mission at the moment, which is dating, let's say is other missions in life. I think that was one of the things that you really helped me to go through. And also going back and question what you have held as a belief so firmly, but you need to change it, you need to reshape it. As you know, we were still embarking on a journey to date a girl, and we're still going there. But I have talked to many women after that. I've done lots of experiments, and I'm getting much better and way more confident in it. And most of it, I think, it goes back to that mindset and that glass wall we already discussed about that stops you from getting to girls.
Mhm.
You helped me a lot breaking that wall.
How are women and other people in general responding to you differently? Can you notice a difference?
Well, my colleagues are noticing, telling me that I'm becoming more attractive to girls around me. Like it happened with my boss, happened with some colleagues that said, "Oh, you're managing it really well. You're playing your like nice social role in public," which it was there before, but it's changed, so it become more attractive to women. I was really not good in reading signs from girls. I'm getting much better in that. So they have a positive response to me before that I couldn't see, and also I can see girls are behaving differently. And that's all my confidence and changing my behavior. Like I am who I was, but the way that I show my personality, I demonstrated actually made the girls act differently.
How are
No
you
problem.
understand and relate to women differently now?
There were two things that I didn't know before. One was the women's perception of relationship and desire. Like I was absolutely wrong there. I couldn't understand the women's desires, the women's fantasies, what they value, what I'm looking in a man. I was looking all the way in the wrong places, looking from a male perspective of how females thinking about male. That's absolutely wrong. That's completely different picture. Also, more interactions with women showed me that that's the case. Like I saw it in practice.
Bob, you've had a few great experiences on this journey. Can you tell us about one experience so far that springs to mind as a bit of a highlight since starting?
One that particular going to come big is the one recent one that we had with one of the colleagues in the office. So I managed to be attractive to her in a social gathering, and I took her out for a walk, and that was really, really positive.
Mhm.
So I'm going to follow up and I'm going to ask her out. So that's the one that's really positive. Like me going with the aim to do something, plan for it, do it, go according to plan, and continue working on it. Like I've never done like that before.
That's so cool, man. What
Yeah.
aspects of the coaching do you love the most and why?
So you're always there. I send you a voice message, you're always respond back and ask for details. I send you a recording of what happened, you comment on the details. The aspect of you being always available to answer my questions and to be in the moment and give an answer that exactly matches with the situation, not give me general answers, but give me detailed answers of how to approach the situation. That I really, really like that feel of support and help. Like you're not giving me the fish, you're teaching me how to do fishing, which I really, really like it.
I love that
Which is
analogy. That's so
which is perfect. I think that one-on-one working, not being general, always being available, and the method that you go with the step-by-step changing from what you believe into the action, I really like that.
Is there one biggest takeaway from like the coaching experience that you think other men need to hear?
Well, the biggest takeaway for me was the biggest hurdle in dating women is in your mind. It's all the mindset work that matters a lot. Like
Mhm.
the hesitance of going and talking to women, it all comes from the experiences you had before, which needs to be managed, needs to be translated in the right way. And that was my biggest take on from this course. The things that you have been held, beliefs that you had for a long time that required to be changed. Like you helped me a lot. You shed a lot of light on the things that I believe for a long time, the words and terms I keep using for a long time. And you just showed me that what's behind them and how can I change them and how can I see things differently. That's my biggest take on from this.
What would you say to the younger you, the 26-year-old you, about avoiding this?
Absolutely stupid. Like I lost a lot of time not doing it, being afraid of things that don't exist. What
Yeah.
I would say to my 26-year-old is just get in there and do it. Like you're missing a lot,
Mhm.
and I did miss a lot, like
I,
by not doing it.
I see it all the time, man. It's so common. There's no reason why you can't handle this area of your life. And it's so important because we're social creatures, we're human beings. We evolved to be social. And relationships and sexual relationships and intimate relationships are an absolute fundamental part of life. We were created from them and we propagate ourselves into the future through them. So ignoring
That's
them
right.
is crazy, right?
By ignoring it, you will feel the burden. Like it comes back. It comes back and bites you somewhere.
Bob, that's really great to hear. Personally, seeing your excitement and learning curve, like, man, that's been exciting for me as well. Like, I get so much pleasure from it. And
Oh, thank you.
especially because you take the work and you, for one, you hit it head on with devotion to succeed. What was it for you that suddenly made you realize? What was the turning point to break free and from the apathy and the uncertainty and start working on this?
One day I was out and I wanted to ask this girl out that I really, really like. Like to me was a girl, well, it was all visual. I didn't talk to her. And I was like, I want to go and ask her out. I want to do it. And I didn't do anything. And then I was like, there is a problem there. Like going and talking to a pretty woman, that was a massive fear. Well, that point of time, I just told myself enough is enough. And career-wise, I'm in a very good spot. I'm earning good money. I have everything that lots of women are fancying in a man to have. I have all that, not only monetary values, but lots of things that I would say ethical values, lots of other things. And I want to share them with someone, and I can't. I can't even go and talk to a woman. Like what the hell? So that was a turning point for me. And what I believe in is the things that you don't know about, you got to go and ask the experts. That was a turning point, and that was why I came to you.
I see a different man to when you started, and as I said, I think the best is yet to come. How do you feel about your future now that you've come this far?
By the way I'm going, I see myself in 3 months, 4 months. I would have no problem talking to any woman. I think I wouldn't have any problem talking to any woman now. I just need to, I just see more women that I like and go and start a conversation. So I think that problem would not exist in future. What I was really, really afraid of, that was my hidden fear, was, as you said, always, you don't know when you're going to see the right person. You don't know that. What if I see her tomorrow, like going on a train, going home, and bang, that's the girl I really like, and maybe that's the one for me. And then you don't have the skills to go to talk to her. Well, that will be devastating.
You're a man. You sound like a man that knows that you can have what you want. You've just got to go get it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you know what? Like I had that experience with job interviews. There are many jobs that you like to get and you don't get them. That's the same with the girls. You go talk to the girls and you think you did really well and you don't get them. Well, you got to learn from that. You're going to build them up. You're going to build on it, and you're going to be better next time. And you know what? Lots of those jobs that I didn't get, I'm happy that I didn't now. I was upset then, but I'm not upset now.
Don't think I could have invented a better analogy on my own. Like, that's perfect. It's so perfect. Thanks so much, Bob, for sharing your story. I know it will inspire other men who might be sitting there just waiting for something to change, inspire them to get up, draw a line in the sand and say, enough, time to create a new future. Any last words that you'd like to say, Bob?
I would just say, face your fears. That's what's the most important thing. Face your fears, acknowledge that there is a problem. The first step to fix a problem is to acknowledge there is a problem. There is a problem, and ask for help. There's no shame. Ask for help and work on yourself and try to fix it. Like, have the momentum, build the momentum to fix your problem. That's my last thing I can say, to be honest.
Wise words, Bob. Guys watching this, if Bob's story inspires you to stop wasting time doing the same things that got you to the same point where you are now, waiting for something to change, then I invite you to either leave a comment below this video or you can reach out to me in the DMs. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Bob, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you
pleasure
at the top.
Thank you very much. Gonna happen soon, mate.